Thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon as we get ready to officially introduce our 15th head men's basketball coach, Coach Patrick Crarey II. We'll begin opening statement from Dr. Robinson, AD Sykes, and then Coach Crarey, and then we'll open up to questions.
Well, thank you, Josh. I just want to thank you all for coming out today and celebrating with us. What is the 19th?
15th.
15th? Okay, well, he's going to do so well, we think he's 19. But anyway, men's basketball coach at Florida A&M University, Patrick Crarey II. So we have James Colsey III and Patrick Crarey II. So, you know, we're moving on up, right? So welcome to the Hill. I do want to start by thanking VP AD Sykes and the search committee and the members of the search committee here today for moving this process along so efficiently and timely, keeping in mind some of the critical dates that the AD had in mind, in particular one, the closing of the transfer portal. And so they've done, you know, yeoman's work in a short period of time, but more importantly, they brought to us an outstanding candidate for this position. And I look forward to, as I know you will, supporting him in this new role at Florida A&M University. I know he probably wants to do this, but I'll go ahead and jump the gun. He has brought the mom and wife and what's her name?
Parker.
And Parker. What's the other young man?
Patrick.
And Patrick, the third. Okay, so we do have a third in the room. All to join us here today for this announcement. So I just want to remind you that it is our responsibility now, he's on our team, to give him all the support that he needs to be successful, and I can guarantee you we'll do that. So, you know, I'm a basketball aficionado myself. In my own mind, you know, I'm probably the only, until my mother found out that I was going out for basketball in middle school in Memphis, Tennessee, and band director ratted me out because I was skipping band practice to go to basketball. I made the team, but I never played. And so, you know, I'm gonna write a book about that, right, one of these days. But I really have a passion for basketball growing up, you know, playing on the courts in Memphis, Tennessee, and throughout my, you know, adult life, and have enjoyed witnessing the games here in what I consider to be one of the best facilities in the country for basketball here in the Lawson Center. And so we want to make sure that you get a chance to experience this as well and support our new coach and new team here at Florida A&M University. And I'll yield now to AD Sykes.
Thank you, President Robinson. Good afternoon. I want to start by officially welcoming head coach Patrick Crarey II, his wife Emily, his son Patrick III, and his daughter Parker to the family. I would also like to welcome everyone in attendance, both in person and virtually. Thank you so much for being here today. I sincerely appreciate your passion and interest in Florida A&M University basketball. I want to thank the members of the search committee, alumnus Tommy Mitchell, faculty athletic rep and alumnus Dr. Ebenezer Oriaku, Deputy Athletics Director Marcus Grant, Senior Associate AD and Search Committee Chair Brittany Johnson, and of course, basketball student athlete Jalen Spear for their hard work in this thorough process. I especially want to thank President Larry Robinson for his support throughout this process. I am deeply appreciative. I also want to thank our assistant coaches, Willie Powers, Craig Brown, and Rory Spencer for their hard work during this transition. Lastly, I want to thank our men's basketball student athletes who continue to work hard both in the classroom and on the court throughout this transition process as they awaited today's announcement. In the past 9 months, FAMU Athletics has named 3 new head coaches to lead our 3 revenue sports team, and I am proud to say that all 3 of those coaches are national champions. We hired Bridget Gordon to lead our women's basketball program, who won 2 national championships as a student athlete at the University of Tennessee. Next, we hired James Colsey III to lead our football program, who won a national championship as a student athlete at Florida State University, as an assistant coach at Valdosta State University, and of course an HBCU national championship right here at Florida A&M University. I am thrilled to announce the hiring of Patrick Crarey II, who won a national championship as the head coach at Washington Adventist University. As we embarked on this important search, the one thing I heard over and over again from our student athletes, alumni, and fans is that they wanted a winner. And that's what we've done again. My vision for this role included identifying a candidate with successful head college coaching experience, someone who has experienced success at a limited resource institution, someone who has an understanding of the current landscape of college basketball, someone who knows the importance of building relationships with the players, alumni, and community, and last but not least, someone who could love FAMU as much as I do. Coach Crarey checked all of those boxes. Coach Crarey comes to us with 14 years of head coaching experience, including stops at Washington Adventist University and most recently St. Thomas University in Miami Gardens, Florida, where he notched multiple 20-win seasons, including last season where he led the Bobcats to a 22-9 record and a regular season championship. Coach Crarey has been named Conference Coach of the Year 3 times in his career and comes highly endorsed by some of the most respected professionals in basketball, including Brian Wright, the general manager of the San Antonio Spurs, Tony Skeen, the head coach at George Mason, Shaka Smart, the head coach at Marquette, and many, many more. His next few weeks will be busy building internal and external relationships, and of course, managing the transfer portal, which closes in less than 2 weeks. Rattler Nation, I ask that you support and engage not only Coach Crarey, but his entire family, and welcome them with open arms to this community that I have grown to love over the past 15 months. You all play a huge and critical role in our ability to make this program successful again. I want to thank the Rattler Boosters, whose financial support played a critical role in FAMU being able to land this talented coach. I also want to acknowledge the FAMU Board of Trustees, the FAMU Foundation Board, the National Alumni Association, the 220 Quarterback Club, and the National Rattler F Club for their continuous support of FAMU athletics, and I look forward to introducing you to Coach Crarey in the near future. I'd be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to share with all of our viewers in person and online today that today is 1887 Strikes, FAMU's Day of Giving. You can support all of our student athletes by texting FAMU Athletics to 71777 or by visiting 1887strikes.com. Your investment in FAMU Athletics is critical to sustain the success of our current champions and to develop new champions. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it is my honor to introduce to you our 15th head men's basketball coach, Patrick Crarey II. Congratulations and welcome to Florida A&M University.
I have to go after that?
You do.
All right. I'm excited to be here. First, I want to thank God. I was born in the church. I've been in the church my whole life. I had to wear a tie to church. My mom was not playing with me. There you go. I'll run it back because he deserves the praise. First, I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to be here, for ordering my steps. Thank you to President Robinson and AD Sykes, the search committee, for giving me the opportunity to serve as the 15th basketball coach in FAMU history. I spoke with board chair Kristen Harper, Al Lawson, and Rattler Boosters President Selvin Cobb, and I appreciate all their support. I look forward to meeting and working with the National Alumni Association, the FAMU Foundation, the National Rattler F Club, and the 220 Quarterback Club, who have supported FAMU men's basketball. Thank you to my mother and father. Been together for 45 years, have raised me right. My father is an emergency medical physician. My mother is a clinical therapist. The running joke in the family that I have is that I'm a failure. Because everybody in my family is a West Indian Christian household, is either a doctor, a lawyer, or something that's really big. Thank you to my wife, my high school sweetheart. Had her since I was 15 years old. Locked in early. When I know what I like, I'm an elite recruiter. Okay? And it started when I was 15. She's been by my side since I was coaching 9-year-olds shooting on the wrong basket when I was 19 years old. Thank you to my son, my 10-year-old, Patrick III, love you, make you proud. And to my baby girl who runs my life, my 5-year-old Parker, you know I love you. To my sister who is here, like my best friend, my second mom, helped raise me, still telling me what to do, and I always listen to her. Special thank you to my previous president, David Armstrong, and AD Bill Reichel for taking a chance on me 3 years ago, 36 years old. Nobody was gonna give me a chance. They gave it to me, so I have a lot of respect for them. To Wayman Smith and Washington Adventist University, 10 years of service. I was a 26-year-old head coach, one of the youngest head coaches in the country. They took a chance on me. I'm a devout Seventh-day Adventist Christian, and for my own school to take care of me at 26 means the world to me. I also would like to thank all my assistant coaches and my players that I've had over the years, 14 years. Even the ones I had when I was coaching AAU at 19, I saw a lot of them in the Final Four, and it felt like it was a full circle moment. I don't have a lot of slogans, but I have one: relationships and championships. I'm a relationship-based person. I believe my relationship with God, my family, my players are the most important things that I have in my entire life. I'm devoted to building those relationships on campus, with the campus community, with the faculty and staff, with the student athletes, and with the SWAC conference. I'm here on the highest of 7 hills just for that. In our game, things have become very transactional, and I'm here to build real, substantial relationships that will last a lifetime. A lot of people focus on resources. I focus on alignment. Our program will be aligned from the top of the board and the chair of trustees all the way down to the manager of our program. We are aligned with the vision of FAMU. I'm a grinder. My first job, 1.25 scholarships, a gym with no AC, roaches in my office. I didn't complain, I worked. And that's what I'm gonna do here. When I took my first job, they told me it was a career killer. It was a career starter. And it got me here. We went on to win several conference championships, beat Division I institutions with 13 scholarships, with millions of dollars of endowments. And all we had was our will and our fight and our toughness together. The biggest resource we have is people. It's bigger than any monetary involvement that we could ever see. So I'm indebted to President Robinson and AD Sykes for investing in me and trusting me with this program. I will make you proud, quickly. Working with the San Antonio Spurs this summer, it enlightened me on a lot of different things in the game of basketball. We will be a schematically, analytically based team. I do things based upon the numbers. A lot of things based upon the numbers. I will look at the numbers on our team, understanding what we have to get better at, and it's gonna start with our winning percentage. I come here humbly, a guy that's been a grinder for NAI ranks 14 years. There's a lot of great young coaches in those ranks, NAI, D2, D3, that would dream of this opportunity. So I'm blessed and I'm humbled. I'm gonna do it for them as well. RJ Barsh is here, assistant coach from Gonzaga, one of my best friends, NAI coach. We ride for each other, we stay together, I appreciate you. Our program will be real, intentional, and authentic. I'm here to win. And if I didn't see that possible, I would not be here. Fangs up.
Thank you.
We'll open up for questions for Coach. Gerald, Tallahassee Democrat.
Hey, how you doing, Coach? First off, congratulations on the job.
Thank you.
I'm Gerald Thomas. I work at the Tallahassee Democrat, FAMU beat writer. So question for me would be, like you said, you've risen through the ranks. You've worked on the JUCO level, and you've grinded up to this moment. Seeing that this moment coming to fruition, does it really like just tell me how you're going to approach it, and just the proudness that you have finally getting to this Division I level.
Working harder. I just plan to work hard. I've been working all morning. I've been on the phones. I only answered phone calls this morning for immediate family and guys who can get players. So like I'm working. Okay, so we're working early. It's a humbling experience. At the same time, I know I've earned this. No handouts. And so I'm gonna work for more.
St. Clair, Capital Outlook.
And host of Round One Sports Talk Show. So, Coach, you're coming into the HBCU level and the SWAC, where parity is pretty much, at the top. Talk about getting a team that fits that mold, that can compete at that level, and what it would take from your experience.
First thing is, I'm not going to compare us to anybody in the league. We're FAMU. We're going to do things our way. Okay, we're going to be different. When it comes back to the data that I talked about before, we are going to shoot a lot of threes here. We're going to put people in position to score at the basket a lot of threes, a lot of layups, a lot of high percentage shots. So I'm going to build my team based upon shooting, athleticism, basketball IQ, and character. And so I'm not here to fit in, we're here to stand out.
Vaughn Wilson, HBCU Game Day.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
With the advent of the transfer portal, coaches now have to deal with revolving rosters. What's your take on how a coach adapts to that to try to build a consistent program?
I'm an NAIA coach. Okay? I'm Division I now, but in my heart, I'm an NAIA coach. We've been doing this for 14 years, having guys come in and having guys go out. And so I'm excited about it. There's a lot of interest in coming to FAMU. This is a huge brand with the best alumni base in the HBCU that expects to win and that deserves to win. And so we will be in the transfer portal. I don't know if you saw some of the guys that I had in my previous institution, University of North Carolina, University of Georgia, North Carolina A&T, Youngstown State, and that was at an NAIA. That wasn't FAMU. We're gonna have some guys, I can tell you that.
Coach, talk about your intent to, you talk about coming from NAIA. Obviously, you see a lot of NAIA talent. Talk about your intent to recruit along those lines, apart from what you might get in the portal, because you know the talent you've seen it.
When I was NAIA, we were getting Division I players. We had 8 Division I players on our roster last year. So at this point in time, it's the depth that we're really looking for. That fits to schematically what we're trying to do on both ends of the floor. They say defense wins championships, but offense gets you on the team. So we got to get that percentage up a little higher. We got to make sure that we're good to go there. But high major, low major, D2, NAI, JUCO, we're looking for really good guys. So I'm not a guy who's going to come in here and say I'm going to take this kid from University of Georgia over this kid at Georgia State, JUCO, just because of a name. Bring your game.
Allison Posey, WCTV.
Hey, Coach. I know it's probably been a whirlwind the last couple days. Getting here, being introduced today. Obviously, you got a lot of people to meet, things to do. What is the first thing on the agenda? What are you doing once you leave this room? What is the next couple days going to look like for you?
Before I got here, I was in there with the players, and so that was a great experience for me, just to meet them, talk to them, kind of just show them who I am as a person, just hang out. I think they appreciated it. I definitely did. The second thing is getting players. Okay, so I've been doing that all morning. Additional guys to help the program. That with already the support that we already have, we have some really good guys here. So I'm excited about just that. And also, I have to cultivate relationships on campus. It's not just about me and the basketball team. I got to get out there. I got to meet the student association. I have to go to the provost's office. I have to meet as many people as I can on campus because, like I said before, this is an aligned vision. We're the #1 public HBCU, and we need to be the #1 HBCU for basketball as well. So it starts with that hierarchy coming down, working with outstanding people like that I have next to me.
Coaching staff?
Coaching staff, we'll look at it. We'll definitely take a look at it.
You got a timeline as to when you want to finalize everything? Or?
I have a timeline internally, yes.
Okay.
Gerald?
Coach, you said you met with the team before the press conference. How did those first interactions go? How did y'all really vibe with each other on the first meetings?
I think it went good. Went good. They're right here. If they didn't like me, they wouldn't have come over. It went well. Listen. I'm 40 years old. I'm not too old, but I know I'm not that young anymore. But at the same time, I'm about the relationship. It's not about me. It really is not. It's about us. And so I think they understood my point of view. Accountability is #1. I asked them what are some things we need to change, and First thing I said, don't tell me what I need to change. Like, what do you need to change? And they were locked in. They appreciated the realness. And so I thought it was really good to sit down with them and talk to the players, and I look forward to building those relationships stronger.
How many of the holdovers you have?
I do not know.
Players.
I do not know.
Well, we know we have a roster in place. We know the transfer portal is open until April 30th.
Yeah.
So really, until the transfer portal closes, it's hard to say definitively because it's in the current landscape of college athletics. We just talked about the ability for students to decide they want to stay, students to decide they want to leave, and until the portal closes, we really won't have a good handle on who wants to be locked in and be a part of this.
Any more questions for Coach? Oh, right here, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, a junior, WAM FM 90.5, the flavor station here at FAMU. What's the culture or just philosophy you want to show out to fans for this upcoming season?
Culture, relationships. We're value-based, culture-focused, championship-driven. Everything we're doing is to win. Okay? When we get up in the morning, I'm not coming in here like, you see this gear? We represent the best basketball player in the history of the game of basketball, LeBron James. Well, I have to make sure that we look good in what he's providing us with. Okay? So from when I get up in the morning to when we get here, we're working. Everything we do is a representation of this school, the #1 public HBCU, and we have to make sure that we're on stand for brand. I'm big on brand awareness. And we have to understand how this is a huge brand. Unbelievable alumni. We have to respect them. We have to represent for our current students as well. And I can't wait to get out there and meet everyone.
Any more questions for Coach? All right, thank you all for joining us today. And that will wrap up the press conference.